discuss when he inevitably breaks that resolution.
He is not going to chew off the microphone. He's chewing into the microphone.
Right
Immediately. You immediately
we started. I didn't know that we started.
We started.
And
you're getting
welcome.
Sausage all over the microphone.
Welcome. We are back. It's episode 71 of the world-famous Rad Dudecast. My name is Brendan Ayer. I'm here with Anthony DeVito and Greg Stone from Astoria, Queens. It is cold as shit.
Hello.
Now, we need to apologize first off for our prolonged absence. As we've said, we have scheduling issues. We're all three up-and-coming comedians with things happening in our lives. That being said, we are in the process of having a meeting this week to try and nail down how we are going to make the Rad Dudecast more consistent, coming to you every week. It's a thing that is taking off. People enjoy it. As such, we want to keep that momentum going and have this come out to you every week. So thank you for sticking with us through our absence. And remember, it is very important, and I hate to be someone who's asking you for something after we just gave you 4 weeks almost of no podcast, but this is a podcast that relies on your support. It would be extraordinarily helpful for us if you rate, review, subscribe to the Rad Dudecast on iTunes. All of those things help our algorithm. They get us more listens. Please do that. Share it on social media with your friends, family, people you don't even know. Share it. We need that. Follow the Rad Dudecast at the Rad Dudecast on Twitter. Again, we see how many listeners we have. It's a shit ton of listeners, and it's not enough Twitter followers. So get in there. If we get more followers, we'll, of course, become more active on Twitter. I'm asking you to do a lot of things, and we're not offering much in return, but I'm telling you right now, we're having a meeting this week. We're trying to get it to a point where this comes out every week. We're going to try and get some merch going. We're going to try and get some special events, some things like that. Anyway, we're here in Anthony and Greg's apartment. It's too fucking cold. Their landlord, something happened. I don't know. I'm wearing a full coat, and I'm going to give it over to them. I talked a lot. That's my 3.5 weeks. That's my 3.5 weeks full of plugs. Greg just told Anthony to get the fuck off his bed. Boys, I'm sorry. Thank you for letting me speak for a while, but go ahead.
Well, first of all, Anthony, pull the chair up. Sit down. Enjoy yourself. I intentionally put everything on the bed so you couldn't lay on it, and you're still trying to climb on top of equipment and coats and boxes. No, you're like a cat. Not talking into the microphone.
No, his microphone's on the table, Greg.
No, it just...
They can't hear you.
We take a week off. No one can hear you.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's because I put my microphone in your face.
Yeah, well, I just finished chewing.
We should do this whole thing interview style.
No, I'm not doing it. He's got his own microphone.
My microphone is way better than my microphone.
Well, I'm talking to the mic. Don't blow it.
Yeah, mine is a little louder.
Keep
He
talking.
gave us his word that he wasn't burping as much because he's been chewing more.
I don't think they're going to come in succession like they normally do. I think that was kind of a one-off burp.
Okay.
Well, settle it in.
So, I also want to say that, listen, not to contrary what Brendan said, I don't care about these people anymore. It's about us. I enjoy our time in this room together. Who listens? I don't care who listens. I hate these people.
Dominic.
I hate our fans.
What about Dominic, the guy on Twitter?
I like Dominic.
I don't know his name. I should find that out.
I do like our fans.
I love our fans.
One guy went too far. You know, we had those people Snapchatting us.
Oh, that.
And a guy would Snapchat us pictures of poop, and I didn't like that.
I didn't know what it was at first.
But then
you couldn't tell.
He went one too far. I don't know if you guys got this Snapchat. He Snapchatted me a picture of poop literally coming out of his asshole.
Oh, that's the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was at first, so I was interested. It took me I probably got 8 seconds into that snap before I knew that was poop coming out of his butt.
I knew immediately it was something medical. I was like, I don't know what this is happening, but it's medical. And then it opened up, and shit came out.
It was crazy.
And it was the most disgusting thing I'd ever seen.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever actually seen it like that. Close.
No.
Human. From that angle, for sure.
And
it was revolting.
I think it might be a crime.
It was.
I don't know. You can't send people pictures of feces leaving your asshole.
No, you can't.
So to all of our fans, thank you. Except to that one man who does that, and to you, shame on you, and may you meet your own judgment someday.
See, you guys talk about the fans. The only fans who interact with me are guys who send me butthole shits, call me grog,
Well, we all got that one.
and say they hate me. Except
No,
Urge.
that is one. Those are two specific
Urge
fans.
is cool.
Urge is great.
Yeah.
Urge will send us pictures of him going to a formal,
Yeah.
or just what's going on with the LSU Tigers. That's fun.
Is that what LSU stands for? LSU?
Louisiana
Well,
State University.
Yeah. When I always see LSU, I just write it off as some letters.
Right.
I don't know what he's talking about, but LSU, that's what he's saying. He's saying
Louisiana
LSU.
State University.
He's not saying
Tigers.
Yeah. I just thought he was saying, like, in my opinion, but some different way. He's like, in my opinion, Tigers are good or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know what LSU stands for.
Oh,
But when you say it out loud, I
right,
know LSU.
Right.
I was wondering what that
Like
was about.
BRB,
Yeah,
Right.
he's doing one of those.
You know what I
Yeah.
watched the other night?
SMH.
That they have, because we were talking about poop coming out of that guy's butt.
Yeah.
You know they got videos on YouTube? You can just watch videos of babies taking a shit.
I didn't know that.
They got all these videos on YouTube. You can watch all these baby shitting videos.
You're watching?
Why? Who's
Oh,
watching this, and how did you come about this?
I watched a couple. I typed it into YouTube. I thought that might be. I wanted to see if YouTube would have it. They have it in spades. They got all kinds.
Why did you type it in?
Why
Answer
did
his
you
questions.
type it into YouTube?
I got nothing to do sometimes. You
Yeah,
know?
you're gonna get yourself on a watch list or something. Type it in, babies shitting.
So let me ask you, did you watch my set tape that I sent you?
Not
to
yet.
Critique?
Not yet.
So,
Oh, it took you a month and a half every day of text messages for you to watch This Week in Fashion.
yeah, but I had real things to do. You're watching.
Did you?
You're watching babies
For a
poop.
month and a half?
Yeah,
to
man.
be
I'm
fair,
running a podcast network out of my room.
To be fair, I watched this baby poop video long before you had sent me these links.
All right, then. That's okay.
You know?
One thing I did here and there that I'd like to give an opportunity and guide you, Anthony. We've
Guide
heard
me.
so
That's
much
a laugh.
of This Week in Fashion. Would you
Yeah.
please give a plug? Okay, tell our listeners what it is, what they need to be doing, where they can find it.
AnthonyDeVito.com.
No.
No.
No?
Why are you saying fake plugs? We actually have people
I'm
that listen to
nervous.
this, and it's good to build your audience. Why don't you tell them where they can actually
YouTube.
find it?
Go to YouTube.com.
Week in Fashion.
This Week in Fashion. It's under my name, Anthony DeVito.
So look up Anthony DeVito.
And it'll tell you everything that you need to know about this upcoming season. Well, not really. I filmed it in October, and then I released it 2
Yeah.
days ago.
He
So
does a 5-minute video that it's supposed to be 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He films over 48 minutes of the content and then gets mad at himself for unable to edit it down from 48
it
minutes.
takes months.
Just don't film for 48
So it's
minutes.
one video.
It's one video. It's 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes.
And it's called This Week in Fashion.
Yes, this is the second episode.
So-
It's got a lot of fanfare, too. People like it that watch it.
What I'll do
No,
right
no.
now,
Yeah, not a lot of people have watched it, but they all like it a lot.
Yeah.
what I will do right now, okay, for our listeners, for you
Yep.
and for our listeners,
Yes.
is while you two chat amongst yourselves and take us to somewhere where we're going, I will get on the Rad Dudecast Twitter,
Uh-huh.
and I will tweet out the link to This Week in Fashion with Anthony DeVito.
Well, that'd be nice.
What I need you to do is go on our Twitter at the Rad Dudecast. Check out This Week in Fashion. Let us know how it is.
Yeah, but like only if you like it. Don't let me know if it's bad.
Let me
Don't
know
let
if
me
it's
know
bad.
if it's bad.
Don't do that.
Okay,
my
well, so I'm going to
feelings.
do that right now. You guys get into whatever you want to be doing.
So let's just nail this down real quick. You do This Week in Fashion in October,
Yes.
this week, and then release it
Yeah.
something around 4 months later.
Yeah. Something
So
like
it's
that.
really that week in fashion. That was 5 months ago.
Yeah, that week in fashion. That's good.
Maybe you should change it to that week in fashion.
Yeah, that's
week?
a lot better.
It was, 6 months ago.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
What do you cover on This Week in Fashion?
Junior Watanabe's spring 2015 collection.
Oh man, you
Yeah,
have that
yeah,
already.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty good.
But
Can you give us a preview? Can you give me some thoughts? Can you give me a little something?
I mean, I don't know. I don't remember kind of what she did. It was from a long time ago. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's from
I
October.
no, but I do discuss winter stuff. People are wearing scarves in New York and hats and gloves, so I discuss that.
See, what you need to do, if I throw you a little thing real quick, I hate to cut you off here. What you need, first off, put the tissues on the table. I need one too. It's very cold.
That's a better
We're
idea.
all sick, and don't go through these. Are
I'm
really
not
nice
sick.
tissues.
I'm just sniffly. It's so cold.
Thanks. Now, here's the deal. What you need to do is understand that when you're editing this, when you're making this, that not only is it this week,
Yeah.
but it's going to be this week 8 months from now.
Right.
And people are going to watch it in a delay. So you need to be thinking, all right, I need to be doing what's 6 months from now fashion,
Yeah.
but then also 3 months back. So you should
Uh-huh.
be. So when it drops, you should be talking about summer shorts.
Yeah,
for the next
well,
one because it's not going to come out till July.
Yeah, that's true. This one worked out because people are starting to wear hats and gloves and scarves now.
Yeah.
But that is true because, man, it takes forever to edit.
You have to guess the future of fashion is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's
because it's on a delay.
Yeah,
it's on a 6 month
yeah,
delay.
Yeah, that's great.
You're going to be like, well, what
I'm
is...
going to do that for the next one.
Yeah, future...
Yeah.
Today's fashion.
Yeah.
I did this 8 months ago.
I'll
so
explain that a little bit in the video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, this is what happens. I filmed for this long, and this is what happens. So I'm going to be covering July because the fashion fall things, or not fashion fall, the 2 burps. That's not bad.
That's not bad for you.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
That's not bad.
So usually fashion collections, they're done so far in advance that I could cover 2015 spring collections, no problem. Because they put them out way in advance. You go out to Europe.
I'm going to go ahead and zoom way out here, and take the long view.
Can you sit down?
No.
All right.
See, this is how I feel when you're up and about. I'm cold today. I got to be up and about.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to take the long view on this, zoom way out, and ask you this. Where is this all coming from? I've never known you to be a fashion aficionado, to demonstrate an interest in fashion, to take any sort of commentary on fashion. Now all of a sudden your main project is This Week in Fashion. Tell me where this comes from.
To
I'm
piggyback
a
that,
fashionista.
he's wearing a Hawaii sweater he's had for 8 years that has blood on it, and the most disgusting...
Some blood.
Yeah.
Some blood.
So
Yeah, that's what it means when he said... When
but I don't
Greg
want
said
the
there's
viewers-
blood on his sweatshirt, I'm assuming it's some blood.
Not
because
all blood.
the
I wanted
flip
to
side of that
clarify
is
that.
Anthony has all the blood on his sweatshirt.
Yeah, I don't want people to think this is a blood-drenched sweatshirt. It's not. There's some blood on it, but that'll happen. You have a sweatshirt for 8 years.
probably longer than 8 years, actually. Do the math. When were you
Yeah,
born?
it might be like 11.
We-
Anyway, we're getting off track here. I have been on the forefront of fashion my entire life. I'm very active within the sweatpants community. I have a large collection of thermals and t-shirts.
The sweatpants community. Let's get into that.
Let's get into that. Let's really nail down what this community is.
Yeah, who are there? Meetings? Is there a Facebook group?
No, we
where
don't
everyone
meet,
discuss,
but other people who wear sweatpants. It's an unspoken bond that we have with each other.
So
we don't need to meet.
high school jocks and 16-year-old Puerto Rican girls with Timberlands. You
A
guys
lot
get
of us,
together.
and people who've recently gone through breakups. Yeah, a lot of us out there, and I get offended when people talk down about sweatpants. These are great. I have an indoor pair and an outdoor pair. I have my night pants and my day pants. I call them.
But
These are my nighttime pants.
So here's where I'm
no, my day
confused.
pants.
Because I do respect your take on fashion, but your take on fashion seems to be entirely sort of comfort-driven
Yes.
and utilitarian.
Yes.
Which is fine,
Yeah,
but it just seems odd to me that a man who those are your interests,
Yes.
it seems that you would have a videos called like, Anthony DeVito's comfort clothes rundown, but instead you're taking on high haute couture, if you
Yes.
will. You're
Yeah,
taking on the world of high fashion, which, as far as I can tell, has nothing to do with where your fashion interests lie.
No, I don't know that it does either.
Yeah. Yeah, I also want to say...
I 100% agree with you.
Well, Brendan, just to let you in, I don't know if you've seen, as an avid watcher of This Week in Fashion, having to watch both episodes, unedited, 48-minute full-on videos.
9 minutes. Okay, when he's got time.
I will tell you that, when you really come down to it, he doesn't ever get into any kind of fashion. It's just a bunch of him going, well, hang on, my roommate is mad at me. And then cut to some weird graphic he puts in of him flying around the world. And then it goes, look at shorts. Wait a minute, hang on. My roommate's in again.
Yeah.
It's just
They're great. The videos are great.
he literally cuts out all of the fashion talk and only has the things that you should be editing.
I also never show the fashion pictures.
Yeah,
so
I know.
I don't ever show them. So I don't describe what I'm seeing.
Do you know what his show is? I can explain his show what his show is. His show is when you go to Subway to have a sandwich made, and they cut off all the ends of the bread, and then they give you the sandwich. No, you don't get the sandwich. You get all the ends of the bread
That they
So
cut off.
Yeah,
I
you're
see.
getting all the.
Interesting. So your show is just a terrible visit to Subway.
It's like jazz. The notes you don't hear.
Well, that's good. Be sure to go on our Twitter. Check that out.
Yeah.
I just posted the link. I'm going to check it out
That's
myself. I
great.
haven't seen it yet. Speaking of
Share
individual,
it too, Brandon. Share it. You got to share it.
I just shared it.
No, I know, but like on
Oh,
Facebook
personally,
and
yeah,
stuff.
I'll retweet. Yeah, I'll
You
share
got to
it.
do all that.
And now, as for me, what am I doing with my life? We're going to each talk about a little personal vanity project of our own. Mine is I'm trying to up my Twitter game.
Yeah.
I got a
Sure.
couple questions for you guys because Greg, you both have more Twitter followers than me. You're both. I respect both of what you're doing on Twitter. Greg more so than Anthony. Anthony is Anthony. I respect his Twitter game in the sense of like a performance art piece, you know, because it's like he goes through phases where you're not sure what he's doing, but it's wonderful to watch. Like do you recall a couple months ago where you were doing that thing where you just tweeted everything that happened to you?
Yeah. I would take 5 minutes every day and I'd tweet everything that was happening around me.
That
for
was
5
fun.
minutes.
Yeah, you do fun stuff. Greg is more of a traditional Twitter expert, interacting, jokes, all of that, which you can follow him at Greg Stone _. You can follow Anthony at Anthony DeVito _. And I am Brendan C. Air. Question 1. Okay, my last name, hard to spell, right?
EY, yeah.
EYRE.
Yes.
People don't really know it. And then you throw in that C.
Brendan C. Air, yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to get people, if I'm at a show or
Yeah.
something, they're saying, you can follow this guy on Twitter at so-and-so. Now, I just realized, because I always knew you could change your name as it comes up, but I just realized you can also just freely change
Your Twitter
the
handle?
@name,
Really?
the handle. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So question, now I looked through last night, a lot of the shit that I would want is taken, like I was looking at Brendan Air, AIR,
You're just going to make the change, huh?
taken, that was taken, Brendan Comedy, taken, B Air, taken. Do you think it matters that my actual Twitter handle is can be a little hard to spell or remember? Is that something I should worry about changing?
Here's why. I don't think so. And I have a theory which is unproven. I don't think anyone is at a show remembering a Twitter
Yeah.
and going home. They're only following from other follows
Right.
where they're just doing clicks.
I think
or
you're right.
if they're going to your website and writing it down.
Okay.
So I don't see that as a problem, to
Okay.
be honest. But I also don't know anything.
Yeah, I have had people follow me on Twitter after shows, and I've never given out my Twitter. But I think they just type in your name, and then they can find your Twitter
find you.
from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like mine too has like an underscore, and there's another
Yeah.
Anthony DeVito who does comedy.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then they just type in the name, they see your picture, and they go, "That's the guy that I saw tonight that I liked," and then they follow you.
Yeah.
That's the other thing is I have thought, and I don't want to do it because it seems corny, but I have thought my name. A lot of people don't know how to pronounce. You
Yeah.
know, when they're just looking at it.
Brandon.
No, Brendan.
Brand.
No, my last name.
Brandon.
No, Brendan.
Yeah.
Talking about my last name, Air,
Yeah.
EYRE. People used to know more because I think they used to make kids read Jane Eyre in school, and they don't do that as much anymore. Rightfully so. It's a piece of shit book.
Oh, yeah.
But once that's kind of out, nobody really knows looking at it because it sounds like ire.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I had thought for a while of changing my stage name, just changing it to AIR.
Yeah.
Brendan Air.
Okay.
But that's a little weird, right?
My last name's Corluzzo.
No, I know that, but you have a reason for having your Stone. It's not like you're just changing the spelling of Corluzzo.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Air would be weird to just be Brendan AIR.
I don't think so. It doesn't matter.
At
None
this
of it
point, you
matters.
can't change it.
I can't.
No.
Shit. Okay, now
All right, what does he know? Well, ask him why.
yeah, why?
I mean, you've done Montreal.
Yeah.
You're in the mix for potentially doing a TV spot. You can't change it at this point. You've come too far.
That's true. Look at Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's crazy.
So point 3 about the Twitter is
Great. I love all these points. I love how you always have a series of points and they're all numbered.
Blip hoops.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I really found out. I
Lawyer's
think
kid.
I've been
That's what you
doing Twitter wrong. I found out. So I got real mad because I have this Watch ESPN app, right, on my through my Roku box,
Uh-huh.
and which I don't even pay for. I get it for my brother's subscription.
Oh, okay.
So that's probably wrong. But anyway, the college playoff games.
Yeah.
There was so much traffic on Watch ESPN, it crashed, right? So I just didn't like the way ESPN was handling it because they weren't giving out any information as to when it would come back online or even if they were aware of it and working on it. So I started tweeting, at them, right?
Sure.
I've never had so much success on Twitter. So I
Yeah.
realize I don't. This whole time I've been doing it, like, you have to be really actively involved in trending topics.
Some people do. I don't.
Yeah, but I never did either. And my top tweet prior to this was probably like 5 retweets. I got fucking 45 retweets.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's like huge. I got they sent me that Twitter Week in Review email. I got 18,000 views on one of my tweets.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Because you were tweeting at ESPN.
right.
Sure. That's what people do. That's how people get smart at the Twitter game.
Yeah.
But I also, no offense, think about it. What is the end game for you? Do you want to be a Twitter star? Do you think that people will come out to see you because you're Twitter? If that's something, then yeah, put the work in. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm also saying that, like, Rob Delaney, that's how he got famous. I don't think that's how you're going to get famous unless you want to be
but
famous.
here's the thing. I think it would be a nice avenue. Like, I'm at the age and point, and we were going to actually get into talking about our comedy careers. Like, I need to make some moves. You know what I mean? I'm happy with how I'm progressing. I'm happy with getting funnier. I'm happy with my performance on stage. I need to make some fucking moves, right?
Sure.
And part of that means really accepting this business as it is. And this is a day and age where you go into a meeting, they want to know how many fucking Twitter followers you have.
Yeah.
You know, they want to know who can you reach immediately. In one tweet, who can you reach? You know, everyone who headliners now, it's built into their contract. You're going to tweet X amount of times about this gig, you know? Like, it's because I agree with you. I don't necessarily want to, I don't care about Twitter that much. I more have fun with my little fucking tweets that nobody like, that get one favorite and nobody from a weirdo, you know?
Oh, I like those.
But I am starting to understand, you know, you got to play the game to some degree.
But it's you know, it's that work hard, work smart though. Is it worth your time spending this time on Twitter? 'Cause a lot of people like they become. My only thing is that I've seen some people who I'm like, oh, you're really good at Twitter, and you can't have conversations with them because every 3 seconds she's looking down at her phone.
Interesting.
Tweeting, and I'm like, come on, man, let's just fucking talk. Let's not be animals.
Yeah.
But I agree. I mean, I also have. If you guys would follow my, I'm not saying whose Twitter this is. I'm not saying if it's me or not. But I'm super high. I am SSUPERHI. The guy, whoever that is, just gets real stoned and tweets whatever he's watching, whatever movies he's watching, and I find that to be the most fun.
Yeah.
Say that. Spell that handle one more time, please.
It's I'm super high, but with 2 S's, because I was super high when I made it.
And just HI.
HI, because it's I'm
well,
super.
you didn't make. Whoever made
it, made it. So I don't want to go to jail for that.
I don't think you'll go to jail for that so much.
I'll go to relationship jail.
Can't you just tweet however you want to tweet and then hashtag whatever the topic is?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
Do that.
Also, I like to go at midnight. I go at them hard. Those people that are at midnight show.
Yeah.
So like they'll post like name fruit bands, and people are like the Apollonians, and I go apples that were in the Beatles. You're idiots, and I mean just refuse to acknowledge their rules, and I get followers, and I get people who get mad at me, and I go right at them, and I go right at Donald Trump. I'd say 3 or 4 times a month.
Yeah,
Just
Trump,
take him down.
You got to take Trump down. I one time had I believe I was with Anthony. We went into that Trump International Tower at nighttime because for whatever reason it's just open.
Yeah.
And they're great bathroom facilities
The
in
Fifth
the
Avenue
basement.
one?
What? Yeah.
Yep, that's where I used to eat lunch every day.
Fantastic bathroom facilities in the
Oh, I
basement, just
remember that.
open
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
And I went down there and the toilet was clogged.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you, I took it straight to the top. I tweeted Donald Trump. And I said, second stall in, basement of your Fifth Avenue location, toilet clogged. And I don't know if that got it worked out, but I hope it did.
It is. It's worked out.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say you didn't.
Yeah.
But that's another way we can take Donald Trump down. If you're around the Fifth Avenue, sort of Central Park, South area, and you need to take a shit or whatever you need to do, go in Trump's building there.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. You go right in the basement. Dog walkers, I'm calling all dog walkers. Go hang out down there. It's fun. They got a chess club we saw.
Plus, it's, if you're poor, Donald Trump, he's kind of a he's kind of a fuck. You know
He
what
is
I
a
mean?
fuck.
So take a shit in his places.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a nice protest you can make with your body.
Insider tip, right next to that place is the Apple Store on Fifth Avenue, which is also 24 hours and has some of the cleanest bathrooms in New York. They
Yeah.
clean them every 20 minutes.
Go to both.
So I would say first go to Trump because fuck him.
Yeah.
But, if you're not happy there, go to the Apple Store. They got a
Pee
great
one
bathroom,
place,
too.
poop another.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Now, tell me where you guys are at. Where are you at in your comedy career, your life? Are you happy? How do you feel things are progressing?
5 burps. That's not bad. How long have we been recording?
It's not bad, but it's going to start to get bad.
24 minutes.
24 minutes, 5 burps. That's pretty good. I usually be on like 20 by now.
The average person burps maybe once or twice a day.
I have
So for you to be
that's
5,
not true.
for you
Really?
to say 5 burps in 24 minutes is a good record.
But I just ate.
I don't know that you're chewing properly.
I'm chewing a lot more than I used to be.
You're taking in a lot of air.
Yeah, you are.
Maybe I eat with my mouth too open. Maybe I should close my nose.
I don't. I also don't think it's really an issue. So you burp a little bit more than average.
Yeah, no, I don't have it to be an issue at all. Hey, Greg, where'd you get that frame?
Which frame?
That frame that has your
my neck.
thing on it.
Which one?
That
Batman
Greg,
one?
No, that frame. Greg Stone TV debut.
Oh, Tita got it for me.
Oh, really?
for my
What can I get
for
a
Christmas.
I'll look
Before
online, maybe.
before we jump into that comedy question, I was going to say this. I noticed this when we were eating lunch today. Maybe it was the lighting. I thought, Greg, you were the only member of the Rad Dudecast who didn't have pretty heavily salt and peppered hair, because I knew me and Anthony did.
I think
But
I'm
you
more
do.
gray than most.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
realize
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's all three of us.
Yeah, I've been all
Yeah.
gray.
We're the gray dogs.
Gray,
Gray
yeah, of
dogs.
course.
Gray
Yeah.
dogs.
I'll be all white soon.
Because I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
It's game over for me, man.
Yeah.
Although none of us are bald.
No, we have pretty good hair.
We have
That
good
is
hair.
Also
true.
grow good
yeah,
beards.
we do. Yeah. We've got good hair. That means we have a lot of testosterone.
Yeah,
now,
I do.
comedy career-wise, quick
Big number,
rundown.
yeah.
I'll tell you, for me, where I'm at, I am possibly having some TV things which are good. I'm not getting on, but in audition process, which is good. I'm feeling good about my comedy. I'm feeling good about some writing submission stuff that is coming my way.
So
I haven't.
don't open any of those drawers.
Yeah, what are you doing?
You do in my room.
Well, that's Tita's
but that's
underwear
not.
drawer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get in there. I have a manager. That's good.
Yeah.
My downfall is I'm not getting into the clubs. I have a hard time getting booked in clubs. I don't have the same club infiltration that you two have, and I think my plan is just to be patient with that and keep kind of banging on the right doors, and I think I'll get there.
I think, we could talk off air, but LOL, you could definitely do that. Which
Yeah.
is what I spend most of our time at. Stay out in New York, get your spots a month or whatever. And then plus, the cellar. I've been there for now 5 years. I just talked to Louie.
All right, now so I gave my rundown. Let's each of you give your quick, 30-second rundown of your career. How do you feel about it?
You both had 10 minutes. I get 30 seconds to talk now?
10 minutes. I
No,
haven't even
this is a
talked.
different segment. That was about the fashion. This is just a quick rundown of where you're
I
at.
see what you're saying.
Oh, things are good. I think I'm really happy with where I'm becoming as a comedian. I told you I started Adderall, and now all of a sudden I have a brain. It's insane how good Adderall is. And I'm not a drug addict.
Right.
You
need it.
Did I talk about this?
No, but we talked about it off air, and it's just you're a guy that's a medicine that you require.
Yeah. I mean, I the first time I took it, because my doctor, I think, is the guy who murdered Michael Jackson. He gave me these giant pills. He gave me 1,000 pills for a month, and he was like, take it 3 times a day. And I talked to my real friend Mike, who's a doctor, and I was like, Mike, what's up with this Adderall? He goes, well, how did it go? I was like, well, I was awesome. I took a pill. I was cleaning. I had a great time. He goes, well, if you're having a great time, you're just doing drugs.
Yeah.
So he's like, you can't be having a great time. Cut it in half. I cut it in half, and now all of a sudden all I do is think now.
That's
It's
great.
great. I sit down at my computer where I used to sit down and go, I can't do this. I hate this. This is the worst. And I just go, oh, that's funny, and I'll write that. And I just work. And I've been since the past 4 months, I've literally been writing every day for 2 or 3 hours.
That's awesome.
Probably even more. I just go and take it down. Maybe not full out writing, but I'll sit at the coffee shop, usually from 12 to about 5. Sometimes earlier, 10 to 5, because it's so exciting to me to have a brain that works. It's like a new toy. I'm just
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'm thinking about all these different things that I was never able to think about before. I'm thinking about reading. I do research. Oh man, brains are fucking great.
Now, how are you finding? Has your stand-up style changed at all? Because I knew historically you were a guy when we were coming up, or when I was sort of coming up. Meeting you were a guy who'd work out a lot on stage. You kind of had your bits and you'd write them, but then you'd take them to wherever they'd go on stage and sort of from your head. Are you, now that you're writing more, are you finding your bits to be more like, do they reflect more of a writerly style on stage, or is it your style and it's just easier to progress them quicker?
Yeah, I think it's easier to progress them. I think what's really happening now is that I'm I'm able to like go. Now that I'm able to pay attention is after I still work them out on stage for the most part.
Yeah.
I walk them out talking to myself, but then I'll just say them on stage and then write them and be more organized about them and go through and be like, okay, you can say that. That's why that's not working. And it's still, I don't think I'm still I'll never be a guy who sounds educated on stage or writerly, where it's like the Batman, because he's a bat. Man, like I'll never
That's
do
good, though.
that.
That's good.
I
Write
should
that
write
down.
Yeah, it's just the Adderall, man. It gives you all those good bits.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think so. It's really fun to. Oh man, you don't understand. You guys don't understand. You've never had
I
a
don't.
brain that just doesn't work.
Right.
Well, no, I have.
yeah.
I do like. I have some attention, not the same level that you did. I have some attention problems, and in the past, I've taken Adderall, and it's crazy. You just don't. It's just like, oh, it just lets you work.
Yeah.
I can't take it because A, I don't think my problems are that bad, and then B, I have a tendency to abuse it, and C, I'm on other medication. It's just a mess. But
yeah.
no, I totally understand. It's it's
yeah.
freeing.
Dude, and I totally understand other mental illnesses now.
Yeah.
Like the idea of like, it's always that thing of people, the argument of the people will sometimes say about like depression and be like, oh, just don't be depressed. Which is like, oh, well, just start thinking, Greg. It's like, oh, yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Right.
No.
It's like I'm sitting on a street and it's full with snow and I can't walk through snow.
Yeah.
The Adderall moves the snow out of the way.
Yeah.
There's
It's the balances. It keeps the balances.
It's
a chemical imbalance.
Yeah, I think it's as absurd as saying like, oh, just don't have chicken pox.
Yeah,
well, I
of
have
course.
chicken pox. So what are you talking about?
yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
wish I
agree.
didn't have chicken pox.
Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say, sorry, is that not that I always understood that the medication worked, but I could totally understand of what it's like to be depressed.
Yeah.
Like because even a little bit of the withdrawal with the pills, when I was taking too much, I was coming down off of it. So if I took 10 milligrams, at the end of the night, I was just depressed, and I didn't know why.
Right.
And it was like, oh, I can't control this.
Yeah.
So I took less, and I don't get that.
Right.
And it's just like a girl on her period, to be honest with you. She's just imbalanced. She's mad for some whatever reason. It's
Yeah.
like,
Sure.
but I get it, man. It's the fucking brain is fucked. And it's fucked.
Yeah.
We're fucked.
Crazy.
We're all fucked.
Oh, that's great though. That is great, and you seem to be having. I think we're all doing great. Now, Anthony, where's your? Give us your 2015 beginning career rundown.
I mean, I'm happy with what I'm doing on stage or writing, all those things. Yeah, I know. Stage time, I'm happy. It's just always managerial stuff that's eluded me. That's really the only thing.
And I think that'll come. You know,
that's
like
what
there's
everybody
only
says,
so long that you can be one of the better. You're probably the best unrep guy in New York right now.
Yeah, I don't know that, but yeah, I don't know. I suppose it'll just happen. It's just
I wouldn't say
a
that.
matter of being
You wouldn't say
I
that?
don't know.
I wouldn't say that he's the best at anything.
I would. I don't.
Of course.
I'm trying to think. I mean, he's certainly amongst the top, by far in the top. The best unrepped guys.
Well, I hate to say it, but I think you're one of the best comedians I've ever met. I think you're the funniest.
That's
people
what
I've
I'm
ever met.
saying. Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I agree with that. But me being a dick, I'm going to say no.
Right.
But
Sure.
Yeah.
It's just being patient, which is difficult. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult when
when you have a roommate who's so hot on the town right now.
No, being patient when it just seems like things are happening.
Yeah.
And you're just like, well, what is going on? And just a series of overlookings.
That's what it always is
So.
in comedy. It always boils down to like, at least I think for guys who are like the three of us, who seem to be solid comedians that get the job done and currently don't have a ton to show for it. It's like
Right.
you just gotta deal with seeing other people get
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
when
yeah.
we say from a comedian standpoint, when we say get things, it means TV spots, it means opportunities, auditions, that sort of thing. And it's like, I think I'm at a good place in the beginning of this year where it's just like, I watched, I've just been watching good stand-up and realizing, like, I'm back to my old sort of mantra, which is like just keep getting fucking better,
Yeah.
and it'll work itself out.
Yeah. Just gotta be happy now.
Be happy
happy and
in the
produce now.
moment. Produce what you can produce.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I do feel like, for instance, I get guilty sometimes because. So here's an example, perfect example. I feel like at times, like I should be doing more with certain opportunities. For instance, I love this podcast. Right? I love it. We don't have a website for it yet.
Right.
We don't have any merch. We haven't booked any like live dates. We don't push it as much as we should. And it's like the problem is like I just want to do this.
Right.
You know, I don't want to be the business end of comedy. And like I think at the point where we're at, you have to do the business part too, which I don't have any desire to do. I'm not particularly good at it.
Right.
I don't care for it. Like I want an assistant that like
Sure,
schedule the fucking podcast,
Yeah.
edit it, make a website, do this, like all the shit I know you have to do.
You know who you should talk to? Jim Van Blarkin might do a website. He did my website for free on Tumblr.
Really?
Yeah, I think he'll do a Tumblr for us if we ask him. Maybe give him like $20. He did it in like 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what we should do. We should do that. We should do a Tumblr. We should talk to your brother about the shirts. Let's have a meeting this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also want to say, now I'm not trying to shoot us down.
No, you don't have to.
Because this isn't a shoot down, but this is a thing of like when I look at any other podcast that is famous, it's either because they have someone who is more famous on it, or it's a kitschy name. Like they have like the guys we fucked. It's like people are gonna listen to that. I think our fans like us because they randomly found it, listened to it, and they found it. Like how do we sell this podcast?
Well, we're a slow burn. We do.
Yeah.
We sell it
Yeah.
because we sell it like for instance, the great sandwich place around the corner from Greg and Anthony's house, A&F, right?
Yeah.
We're the A&F of podcasts. We don't have a lot of advertising. We don't have a lot of clout. We're not a chain, but we deliver a phenomenal product.
Of course.
And that's the kind of thing where it's like it's got to be a slow burn.
But how would you, in 3 sentences or paragraph, if someone says, "What's your podcast about?" What do you say? What is the Rad Dudecast about?
That's the problem, and that is because people ask me that.
Yeah, me too.
And I say, it's me and Greg and Anthony, and you just got to listen.
You got to listen. We
And
just
so
fuck it off.
So that's something.
I usually say it's like an old radio show, and you never know what the next one's going to be about. So I don't know.
That's
To
pretty
me,
smart.
always like the impetus to kind of tune in is that you don't know what you're going to hear.
And that's smart, and I think that's
actually
smart,
pretty good.
and
Yeah.
that's what it is, and that's exactly what doesn't sell. You know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
what it is, and that's why I love it. But it's also like people want some
Right.
shit that's like, like Bing Bong's cast. That's
Yeah.
where
Yeah,
Bing
yeah.
Bong and Danny talk
Right.
about one kind of cat
Right,
every
yeah,
week.
right,
You're
right,
gonna
right.
get a cat every
Right.
week. Like they want the same shit. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And we don't do that.
And they want guests.
Artistically, it's more interesting to me, and I know business-wise it's not as smart, but it is more interesting to me
Yeah.
that you would have a podcast where you don't know what it's going to be like.
And that's one of us will get famous and bring this podcast with us.
Right.
This podcast will never take us anywhere, but it will bring us. It will when we take it somewhere. Then it'll be like if one of us hits, like then somebody like, holy shit, you guys need to listen to this podcast. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But like Tuesdays with Stories is a great podcast, but they get guests on
Right.
who then have a lot of Twitter followers, who then will go, oh, they got turned on to the show. I love the show. Oh, this guy's on that show.
Well,
You
Mark
know,
and Joe
we
also
have nothing crossover.
I've been on television. You know what I mean? Like they're further along in their careers to reach more people.
Yeah,
So should we be? Because I'm happy with what we do.
yeah.
But also, as you can tell, and I'm happy with where I'm at, but as you can tell from this, my general disposition, this podcast, this year has brought on a kind of a feeling of, let me just double check and make sure I'm doing everything I need to do with my career. You know,
Right.
I'm just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like taking inventory, figuring out, like, am I making the right choices? Am I making the right moves? So that leads me to this question. Should we consider having guests?
Let me say this: I think we should have guests, and I hate to let the listeners in on this before we do it, but I think it would be amazing. We have let guests, and then they just have to sit through this. So we have Ted Alexandro on, and then we're just doing weird voices, and he's got to somehow figure out how to deal with the Rad Dudecast.
Well, that's the thing. Is
That
like
might be crazy.
If
Yeah.
we had a guest, I think the way to handle that would be this isn't about you as a guest. You're coming in to be a guest rad dude. You
Yeah,
get
yeah,
to
yeah.
do what we do, but you don't get to be like, hey, what's your, tell us a little bit about yourself. It's like,
We
no.
might not talk to you.
Yeah, you're playing Frankie from the Civil War. You have no teeth.
Yeah.
And your dad's gay.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
that, the classic Rad Dudecast.
I say we try it.
Let's try. I'll
Let's
try
just
anything.
try it.
all right, so we're gonna work on getting a guest booked.
We should get Dan Soder. That guy'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be fun. He lives on a block. He does fun voices.
Yeah. That's
Or we
true.
get someone exact opposite. We get someone who does no voices.
Yeah,
It's
somebody without a voice. In fact, surprise, we've had a guest here without a voice the whole time.
Yeah, we can get Vecchione.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so crazy.
But the only thing that it would just be us being like, if we're gonna do this, we have to do it because we've had guests on before, and the three of us will feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, we can't
Very
feel
uncomfortable.
So that's something
Yeah.
that we'd all have to be like.
Well, I'm going to get super stoned if we have a guest on.
Right.
We have to deal
Well,
with that.
we also have to tell the guest beforehand what they're walking into.
Right.
We
This-
do a weird thing.
Yeah.
You're
right.
gonna have to sit on Greg's bed.
Right.
Anthony's gonna burp a lot.
Right.
Like that's just.
Right. This isn't exactly going to be us hanging out on a
Yeah,
couch.
I say let's try. It might be fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna
We're turning
be-
a new year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Tweet at us. Let us know what you think at the Rad Dudecast. Let us in. I think.
Also, tweet us who you want the first guest to be.
Yeah.
I got a new wire and a new microphone,
Yeah.
so we could do
tweet
4
at
now
us
too.
who you want the first guest to be. We do know a lot of people. This is going to sound whatever. We do know a lot of people who are more famous than us, but
Yeah.
we know them.
Yeah.
So if
Nicolas
you
Cage.
if you have particular comedians in mind that you guys really like that you'd like for us to have on as a guest,
Yeah.
tweet them and we'll see if we actually can get them.
Yeah,
Because there is
we
a
can.
chance we might.
We
be
can get
able to.
everybody. I can get
Yeah.
anybody in this apartment. You name a person, I'll tell you I'll get him. I'll get Louis for our first guest next week. Louis, the guy.
That's a great goddamn sweatshirt.
He works at
What do you and I'm interrupting you just
No,
as you're
go
in the
ahead.
middle, but I'm just interrupting you because you were saying something about Louis that sounded
Well,
preposterous.
this guy who works at the sandwich shop, he delivers all the sodas. His name is Louis. He's good.
I liked.
We should also get people who are just people. We should get a toll guy on here. Tell us about what's like being a toll guy. Let's get John from A&F on. Let's
Yeah.
let's get the fucking local crazies here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's really up our game. 2015
That
is the
sounds great.
year of the Rad Dudecast. Greg has.
It might be time to shed our skin.
That's something, though, we'd need to be able, because now this means scheduling-wise, we need to
Yeah.
be very strict because now it's a guest that needs to also into the fold and needs to be here on time. We need to be all able
Well,
to do
I've
it.
said it, and I'm just as guilty. None of us have really been able to commit, even
Right.
though we've all agreed it's a good idea. Our schedules are just so flip-flop, it's
That's
hard.
why it's
but the
real-
best thing to do is a Jared Freed Total Frat Move podcast type deal where
Right.
it's same time every week.
Monday morning.
Yeah. You want to do that? I mean,
Monday mornings are my best day.
that's good for me.
It's fine for me.
What time? 11?
12, yeah.
12 on Monday.
Crack of lunch.
The crack the crack of midday. Meet me
Yeah.
at the crack of midday. Yeah, I think that's good. Monday at 12. We may have to talk a little bit about this off air, but I think that's
With our guests, I mean our customers, not our customers, our listeners, they're all part of us. You
Yeah.
know, they're part of the podcast just as much as we are.
sure. Which, by the way, we do have to next week, not this week. Urge DM me on Twitter because I didn't know what your schedule was with Christmas break, but we're gonna have you do a call in. We really got to get
Oh,
to the bottom
yeah.
of your whole fucking
Oh, yeah, yeah, we
lifestyle.
gotta-
What happened to his lifestyle?
I don't know. He just is
Or
fascinating
just-
character
Yeah,
to me.
he really is.
He's always doing something. He's involved in 1,000 activities.
Yeah, I always think he's a
he
different
is.
person.
Like you'll see like an interesting Snapchat and then a Snapchat that's just like a picture of a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to nail him down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
sometimes-
very elusive.
He's like an Asian guy. I think he's a nerd, and then he's playing football. Then he's banging some chick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then he's like in a limo with a hot chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he's fixing some kind of technology.
Yeah. I
know?
think your brain filled that one. in.
Yeah, I don't,
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know that
I've seen him.
ever
I've seen him.
that
I've seen him one time. He was he was sewing someone's pants.
pic.
So we got over at my new apartment, Greg. You'll appreciate this as a figures guy. So I got Megan a Dwight Freeney Lego man as part of our Christmas gift.
Who's Dwight Feeney?
Dwight Freeney was
a
a Colts.
defensive
He used to
end
play for the
years
Colts.
ago.
He plays for the Chargers now, right? Or is he
Yeah.
I
retired?
believe.
I think he plays for.
I think he plays for the Chargers.
Yeah, but anyway, that's her favorite Colts player. I got her a Colts Lego figure of Dwight Freeney,
All
which is
right.
very cool. And then our other roommate, Lisa, someone gave her a Homer Simpson Lego man, right?
Mhm.
So we've got 2 Lego mans. And I say to myself, fuck, this looks cool. I'm going to start a Lego man collection of everyone I like.
Hand me that plastic bag right there, Anthony. Don't look at it.
Of everyone I like that's a Lego.
You said not to look.
I know, but
That is on you.
Just pick up the plastic thing and don't show it to Brendan.
I said I'm going to start what's this?
A gun that fell.
That
Some
is a
lady's head.
G.I. Joe Creo Lego Man.
Oh, very cool.
A snow job. I got that as a gift.
Who's Creo?
Creo is Legos. Oh my god, it went right in my mouth.
I'm sorry.
You sneezed right
Because
in my
I
mouth.
had Legos
got
in
you.
one hand and Mike in another. God damn it, I'm sorry.
I'm not mad, but it went right in my mouth. It's
I'm really
hilarious.
sorry.
Sneeze.
I feel bad.
That's okay.
Wow. Oh, wait, this is G.I. Joe? This looks like,
It's Snow Job. It's a guy.
Oh,
He's a
very
G.I. Joe.
cool.
He Creo. I think they're actually owned by Lego, but they do like more adult stuff.
Oh, see, that's what I got to look into. Because here's the thing. So I say, fuck, man, I'm going to start a Lego Man collection of celebrities, of people
Yeah.
that I like. And then I look it up. The only Lego men are Simpsons and sports figures.
Star Wars.
And not even basketball.
They do Star. They do like they do.
Oh, they do
Marvel,
Star Wars, Marvel? Okay.
Batman. Creo is G.I. Joe, and they do like some other cool stuff.
Were you giving that to me?
Yeah, I was giving
For
it to you.
keepers?
Yeah.
No, you're shitting me.
Yeah, of course. If you want it.
I love it. Seriously?
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I got it as a gift, but for you, it's a good gift.
All right, so later on I'm going to tweet out a picture of my 2 Lego Man that exist, and then I'm going to add this Lego Man to my Lego Man collection and tweet that out on the Rad Dudecast.
Yeah, and I got that Spawn up there too. Some guy gave it to me.
Ooh, when
Awesome
did you get
Spawn.
that?
Yeah, $100 figure. Guy sent it to me for free. I'm in these communities, these toy communities. It's insane. Very hard to find. But he had one in his house, I think.
That is
But
very
you don't
cool.
pay $100. He's worth $100 now. He probably paid $8,
Yeah.
$10. I'd like to think. I hope. Yeah. No, Legos are cool. Legos.
I used to be a big. That was kind of my toy lane. As we've said, I wasn't a big toy guy. My toys were all about building toys. I had Legos, I had constructs, and I had blocks.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
to build shit.
Yeah, you didn't fucks with Silverhawks.
Nobody gave me anything. I had some He-Men.
He-Men
What
were
are
cool.
Silver's Hawks?
Silver. They were like guys who were silver. They flew in space. They had bird wings. Did you have Silverhawks?
Yep.
Did you really?
Yep.
You had it all.
Yep.
What I want to get into now. This is gonna be. I'm a little old, but I want to get some. Man, I want to get just some racetrack. Just some Hot Wheels and some racetrack, and then
Sure.
send a car down and fucking loop it around.
Sure,
Have it
fuck
go around
yeah.
The apartment. How much fun would that be?
Those are great. Or you get a whole fucking track around the sort of upper level of your
Yes.
room. That would be cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
the choo-choo train.
Yeah, we used to have a
Yeah,
restaurant we'd go to where they had a
Yeah.
room with the train around the whole outside. I said, this is
Yeah.
goddamn fine dining.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's
Primo.
great.
Yeah.
Place Cooper's I go to in Poconos got a train around the whole thing,
Fuck, man.
and every time the train comes into my room, everything stops, and I stare at the train until it goes.
got to.
because it's fun.
You imagine a whole new world happening in that little level of size.
Yeah, I don't know. What were we just talking about? I had a good point.
I don't know. There was
wanted to talk
stuff I
about.
wanted to tell you. I mean, it's like when we haven't podcasted this so long, and you guys don't understand this. I've seen Anthony a couple times over break. I haven't seen
you-
Greg in a month. It's hard. It's fucking.
Yeah,
This comedy's lonely a little bit.
yeah.
at a
I
certain
was gone
level.
for a while though. I was
I was gone, too,
Literally
yeah.
gone.
I went to
gone.
Niagara Falls.
That's awesome.
Let me tell you, that is. I hadn't been there since I was, I don't know, 10 or 12. You ever been to Niagara Falls?
No.
It's a fucking big ass waterfall, man.
Yeah, is it that big?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah, it's amazing.
huge.
It's
Really?
It's awesome.
It's huge.
Yeah,
I've seen pictures. What's life
No,
is just a
man,
motion
it's-
picture.
It's something
Yeah?
to see in
It's
person.
big, like, and
Yeah.
because you can see the mist from far away. So what I kept imagining is like, who was the first guy, like, the first Native American that just sort of wandered out of the woods and was just like, fuck me, like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is crazy, like
Huge.
somebody had to see that for the first time and be
Yeah.
like, hey, I don't know what's a Native American name?
Uja.
Hey, Uja, you got to come with me. I saw some shit.
Yeah.
through the woods over there.
And then he walks with him and he goes, "Oh, this is some shit.
This is big.
We gotta go get fucking Weehawken."
We got to get Weehawken. We got to open a casino.
Yeah.
Yeah, that town is
Oh,
gross.
I got some
around it.
smart question for you. We were talking about this last night, Anthony. I'm not sure if we came to a definitive thing, but when did they first discover dinosaurs? And were dinosaurs around before Jesus? Meaning, did Jesus have knowledge of dinosaur bones?
Oh, was the knowledge of dinosaurs around before Jesus?
Yeah, and then
It's an interesting question. I believe so. I believe there are pictures that they've sort of that indicates they had found some fossils. I'm not sure.
But two-part question: who was the first guy who digged up some bones and then had to go on the news and be like, "Yeah, there were giant lizards that lived here before we did"?
Interesting question. And my guess is they probably, and I'm going to look into this after the podcast because that is a great question.
Yeah,
My guess is they probably were finding dinosaur bones before they were fully aware
Of what
that
was
those
going on.
things didn't exist anymore. Because remember, until relatively
Oh, I see.
recently, cultures believed in some pretty outrageous shit.
dragons. They
Right.
probably
Yeah.
had
That's
dragons.
why they're-
So
they-
that's
yeah.
probably part of where that comes from.
Yeah,
Is like, oh fuck, they're not around here anymore, but there's some big ass shit
yeah.
somewhere, and it probably took some time before they realized they're fully gone. I don't know. I
just
don't
think
know
it's
how much
crazy.
they were.
Yeah.
That someone was just like, "Oh yeah, I just found something out. We've had monsters here before we were alive."
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
And then they didn't kill that guy immediately. I'd have killed him. Oh, but we also did find out it was like 1790. Was it like
I think it was.
or 17 or 1980?
No, I think it was 16th century England.
Was the first discovery of
I
dinosaur bones?
believe so. Yeah.
Was that maybe the first time they classified it as dinosaur? Or that was the
I
first
think
time it was
that's the first
discovered
time they
outright?
classified as dinosaurs. I think there was rumors of I forget if it was maybe like 200 AD or something like that in China of dragon bones, which they thought were dragon bones, and then
Yeah.
it turned out to be stegosaurs.
Interesting.
Old
That's a
Steggy.
great question. That's a
Yeah.
great question.
Right? Because Anthony gets very disturbed with the fact his big problem with religion is that dinosaurs, like they don't say anything about dinosaurs. But I'm just kind of like, yeah, they just didn't mention them. They wouldn't come up.
Well, I also think, I mean, I don't know. It depends on what are you talking about? Your problem with the Bible? Are you talking about your problem with organized religion,
The
or
Bible, I think, is your issue.
because I think
Yeah, more that they would just never be mentioned as in the Bible at all. That's a huge part. I mean, they were here a lot. They were here for more years than we've been here, and you would think that they would be mentioned.
right, and that's why I think, in my interpretation of it, is whether you believe in religion or not. I think that you can believe in religion and also acknowledge that the Bible is a collection of stories
right,
written by
right.
man.
Sure.
And those and they do perhaps have some truths. Depending on what you
Sure,
believe, they
right,
perhaps
right.
have some truths or some morals, some good things in there. But I don't personally believe that that's directly the word of God.
Right.
That's.
Right.
But who knows? But Greg brings up another point. Maybe they didn't mention it because the truth is they don't really.
They don't talk about computers.
Yeah, dinosaurs
Newton.
haven't affected my life a lot.
No. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll come back, but they're done. It's also crazy
Well-
a fucking comet took them out. Dude, a comet could take us out.
Right.
Yeah, no,
How
but
cold is that heater? Because is it not hot?
it's not great. I've had a full North Face parka on this whole podcast,
And you've been standing.
and I've been
All the time.
standing. It's very
I
cold.
I think we're just used to the climate.
Maybe.
'cause
You guys
Greg and
are
I are just
Climate
Yeah.
controlled.
Yeah, fine.
You want this chair? It's probably less-
No, I like this actually. This is fun back here. But I think we're probably going to wrap up, right? What are we looking at time wise?
No, we can wrap up. We have about 5 minutes left.
Oh, all
What
right.
do you want to do?
No, nothing. I was just enjoying talking to you. I haven't seen you guys.
Oh, we
in
haven't
forever.
done a song in a while. Here's what I had in mind.
How are we going to do a song?
This is what we're going to do. You start us off, Greg,
All right.
and me and it's going to be a completely improvised song, but we're going to somehow go along with your song and match up with you.
Do I do a sound or the words?
Words, whatever you like.
Diesel trucks are cooking on down. Diesel trucks are cooking on down.
Diesel trucks are cooking on down.
That man is.
Diesel trucks are cooking on down.
That man is.
Diesel trucks are cooking on down. Diesel trucks are cooking on down.
Lizards
Diesel
versus
trucks are
man, the
cooking
final
on down.
showdown.
Diesel trucks are cooking on down.
We gonna come
Diesel
out
trucks
with a
are
new
cooking,
type of
cooking on
technology.
down. Vroom, vroom. Diesel trucks are cooking.
We're gonna
cooking
fight
on down.
Racism
Lizards versus humans.
with
a new
lizard
technology.
technology.
New technology from the lizards, baby. Diesel
Lizards
trucks
have
are
been coming
cooking,
up with things
cooking
all
on down.
around.
Diesel trucks are cooking on down.
I'm gonna fight
Coming
many
at you with
monsters.
the lizards and monsters.
Monster's name is Jerry.
Jerry
Jerry's a
the
chef.
monster, Jerry the monster, cooking some
down.
bacon. Diesel trucks are cooking on down.
Black
Diesel trucks
people,
are
white people,
cooking
holding
on down.
hands.
Diesel
Lizards
trucks
showed
are
us how to do
cooking
it all of the
on
time.
down. Diesel
Everyone
trucks
will
are
talk,
cooking
talking
on
class.
down. Diesel
Go see
trucks
a
are
movie,
cooking
wipe
on
your
down.
ass.
Diesel
Talk
trucks
to
are
a
cooking
man on the street
on
named
down.
Benny.
And chicken in a boo-boo-doo.
Diesel trucks are cooking on down.
Went to
the